Hello and welcome to my latest review, this time of a video game. Haven't done one of these in a while. Today I'm going to be looking at NASCAR the game Inside Line for Wii. Before I start, for those unaware, since I've never stated this before, I am a NASCAR fan. I've been watching the races on TV and I've played the games ever since I was a little kid. I've also been going to the Watkins Glen to watch the races for the past few years, including the upcoming one this year, and I'm a fan of Dale Jr. I'm mentioning all of this mainly to give you a little bit of my history with the sport, and to make it clear that I really should know what I'm talking about. With all that said, let's begin the review, shall we? Now, I will be grading this game in 3 categories: graphics, gameplay, and sound. For most racing games like these are a couple of the most important factors in making a good game. First, let's start off with the graphics. The graphics suck. I can't say this for the other versions on the Xbox and PlayStation. This is strictly for the game on the Wii. I can't stress that enough. So, just don't... If you play this on the Xbox or PlayStation, I'm not talking about that. For years, Nintendo consoles have been severely underpowered compared to its competition. I mean, the GameCube, for example, not only did they have to downplay graphics, but they also had to put some games on 2 discs to get the whole game. That's ridiculous. The Wii has also gotten a bad reputation for being really underpowered and downplaying graphics on many games. I mean, this is why third-party developers really don't want to deal with Nintendo. And this game is no exception. It just looks awful. I mean, here, I'll show you a quick comparison. This is what the game looks like on the other consoles, and here's what it looks like on the Wii. Hell, the graphics are even worse than the previous game, NASCAR 2011 on the Wii. Yes, I have both of these games, and I played both of them recently. And really, NASCAR 2011 looks better. I mean, I'm sorry, am I back in 2006? Is this... No, wait, scratch that. NASCAR 06 Total Team Control looks so much better than this, which, by the way, is my favorite NASCAR game. I mean, there's barely any detail in anything on this port. The cars look bad, all the tracks look bad, the crews during the pit stops look awful, and the backgrounds suck too. I mean, this all looks like it belongs on a PS2 game. Graphic-wise, there is nothing redeemable about it. Okay, well, what about the gameplay? Does that offer anything good? Well, if I had to give credit, is that I like how they add a little more detail into fine-tuning your car during races and before the race. That's pretty much the only thing I can give this game credit for. I mean, it's also the only new thing that this game has that the predecessors don't. I mean, there's not much added to this that would make you want to play this over the past games. I mean, in terms of how the cars control on the Wii, it's borderline unplayable. I mean, the problem is how sensitive the controls are. You barely tilt the controller or control stick, depending on how you decide to play, and then your car slams into the wall or something. I mean, it's ridiculous. This makes it extremely hard to play. You can't really make any precise movements or anything. And you can't make any good passes either without slamming into something like the wall or another car or running off the track. I mean, it's ridiculous. And it also makes the racing feel really unrealistic for a game that tries to make it seem like you're actually driving one of these cars. I mean, it just fails in that category. Now, finally, we get to the sound, and if I could sum up the sound in this game in one word, it would be unfinished. I mean, sometimes when a sound or sound effect should be heard, like when you're driving through grass or something, I mean, you don't really hear anything. Sometimes the sound doesn't even sync up with an action that's going on. I mean, this is just ridiculous. It just feels like that the people porting this game for the Wii did not give 2 shits about making it. Now, I will say that it's not all bad. Some of the sounds we do get, like hearing the engines and the sounds of car crashing, most of them are still there. However, I can only call them okay because when you compare it to the other NASCAR games, it still feels pretty weak. Like something really is missing from it. Not much else. Yeah, I can't talk right now. Not much else to say on this part. The sound is just okay and kind of bland at times. Well, and that's NASCAR, the game inside line for Wii, and it sucks on nearly every level. If I have to recommend that you just stay away from this game, and instead just, if you have to play it on the Xbox 360 or PlayStation 3. Because the only thing that this shade port on an underpowered console is good at is making me mad as a NASCAR fan and a gamer. We really deserve better games than this. I can't just describe with all my feelings for this game. I really hate it. Well, that's all I have to say for this. What did you guys think about it? What do you think about the game? Do you love it? Do you hate it? Or whatever? Please like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys later.